The sports hit list, ladies and gentlemen, by the fans and for the fans. Our pro wrestling cast consists of Dave. Dave, what's going on, man? He's the he's the new champion of the Predictions Championship, which Zach ran his mouth and lost. The outlaw Zach is in the building.
I will admit that I ran my mouth, but hey, you proved me wrong, David.
Right. We also have Mike. Mike's in the building. Mike, how's it going, bro?
What's up? I'm ready.
All right. TK the Tank.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Are you in Florida? Ready. Are you in Florida? That's why you have sunglasses on at 10 o'clock in the morning?
No, Carl. It's COVID-19. I actually broke my regular glasses, and these are prescription. So for the past month, because there's no eyeglass place, I've been walking around just looking with sunglasses on almost at all times.
That's the new look. That's the new look. So, gentlemen, last night was a tough night. I was watching The Last Dance. I had the Money in the Bank on my phone, so we actually had 2 events in sports to watch last night. So I'm like, all right, what am I watching? So, but I was going back and forth with you guys. And first and foremost, shout out to Zach for coming up with the Prediction Championship, because I told you guys I wasn't going to watch, but I'm like, oh my God, I got to keep track of my score now. You know, so each pay-per-view gets me a little bit more hyped to see if I'm going to win. David resurrected himself from last pay-per-view, and he ended up this year's. So you get the first saying. What did you see that we didn't see for you to clearly be now the Predictions Championship?
So what I saw was I took everything that I learned from the last pay-per-view, from WrestleMania. I made my predictions of WrestleMania based off of how I felt it was going to be, still based off a live crowd and the different moves that, that was kind of being built up, but didn't happen. Because now one thing that I learned is, well, actually a few things that I learned. First, NXT Shayna Baszler is different from Raw Shayna Baszler. Raw Shayna Baszler is not as strong, is not going to be pushed as to be strong. So going in, I knew automatically, boom, Shayna Baszler was not going to be able to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. That was one. And then two, because they said that Becky was going to be on Raw for the women's Money in the Bank briefcase, I knew it had to be a Raw woman to be on the briefcase. So that already narrowed down my decision to either Nia or Asuka. And between the two, I knew they wasn't going to give Nia a push yet. So Asuka made the most sense. And then going towards the men's briefcase, even though I got that one wrong, I was still happy with the outcome. But I just based it off, had to be somebody off of SmackDown, because they're not going to put both briefcases on one brand. So I knew it was going to be somebody from Raw, specifically a woman from Raw, and it was going to be a man from probably SmackDown, which led to my pick of Corbin, because I thought maybe they would have a heel walking around with the briefcase. But nope, our boy Otis won.
Yeah, well, you know what, to say that, I think no one predicted Otis to win, but my mouth just dropped of excitement. I was like, wow, Otis! I was like, yes! I love it. I love it. And then I read Mike's comment of him hating on it, and he completely hates it. So, Mike, why do you hate this move? And I'm pretty sure everybody else in the group likes it. Why do you hate it?
Exactly. Everybody else in the group. Nobody else likes it online. Seriously. He's not a main eventer. Please tell me, where do you see him in the main event picture? Oh, yeah, he's going to cash it in on Braun Strowman. Wow, he definitely has a chance. He is not a main eventer. Again, Vince McMahon is just playing tricks with us. It got silly at times, the Money in the Bank. Come on. Really? Rey Mysterio being thrown off? Aleister Black being thrown off? They got silly. This is the ultimate silliness that they could do. That's even a word. To give it to Otis. Come on, man. Seriously?
Otis, I mean, I think Otis could be in the main event. I don't think it's the most wild thing. I think Otis is a classic throwback kind of guy Vince likes. He's got that kind of 1980s wrestler vibe with oh yeah and walking around and like oop-ah. Like he's very charismatic. He's very likable. He's a great baby face. I totally think Otis could win the championship, and there could be a stable Otis, Mandy, and Tucker. Otis hold the title as a babyface champ for a couple months. I don't think that's far-fetched at all. I'm very happy Otis won. If you watch the prediction video, I wanted Otis to win, but I went with my prediction of Aleister Black because I didn't think WWE would put the ball in Otis's court, but Otis has the ball. Let's see if he can run with it.
Zach, what do you think? The Outlaw, what do you think of the
Mike, you're saying that, he'll cash it on Braun Strowman. He has it for a year. Who's to say that Braun Strowman's going to be the champion in
It's true.
Whomever he catches whoever it is.
Listen.
I actually want to add something.
Go ahead, Dave.
So, I just read online last night that after Otis won the Money in the Bank briefcase, but he's saying that because the case is actually good for any title he could actually use the briefcase. He said that he wants to use the briefcase so that way he's not forgetting Tucker. So
are you kidding?
They can cash in the briefcase and use
Wait,
it on
hold
the tag.
on. That's not how it usually goes. The Money in the Bank is for a WWE Championship or Universal Championship opportunity. They can't change the narrative now because he's a mid card. No. See, if they did that, then I would be a little bit pissed off with that. Like you can't do that.
That's from one of the sheets I read online. Of Otis commenting after winning Money in the Bank.
So Otis commented saying that he's gonna cash it in on a tag team title opportunity.
He said that's what he would want to do. I'm not sure if that is what he's going to do.
Oh my God!
Wait, isn't the briefcase for any title of his choosing?
No,
it's always been the. Listen,
it's always been.
I have to go back and read, but from my understanding, it's always been the WWE Championship or World Heavyweight Championship, but now Universal Championship and WWE Championship. It's never been used to be. It's never in the history has it been used to be cashed in on a mid-level championship. So why would they change that narrative now?
It can't be either.
You know, but I think it could go either way. Honestly, when he won it, I thought Tucker can go heel. You know, Otis is winning this year. He got the girl. Now he's going to have the WWE Championship. And I can't be mad at it because last year I was ticked off that they gave it to Brock, ran in and won it. Yeah. And now you have a guy like Otis winning it as a mid-card. I can't be mad at that. You get what I'm saying? So it's either pick and choose your battle. So would we rather a mid-card win it? Say it again?
I said, and don't forget about Asuka. I mean, her winning that briefcase is huge. She can go and do whatever she wants with that briefcase on Raw, and whoever the champion is has to watch out because Asuka, she's had a couple reigns, but she's never had that truly dominant Asuka from NXT reign. And I know, like David said, NXT superstars are different from WWE superstars in the way they're booked. But Asuka's going to be real interesting with that title.
Yeah, that pick I honestly didn't see coming because she was a former champion. She just came from, she just had her tag team run with the Kabuki Warriors. So that was a surprise, too, to see Asuka win it. So I'm interested to see how her and Becky play it out because I believe Becky defeated her the last time, right? To kind of, I believe.
Yeah, Becky did defeat her last time.
Yeah, Becky did defeat her last time. So I want to see how that goes about. But other than that, I don't think in terms of the pay-per-view overall, we mentioned it before we came on. Bray and Braun. Bray decided to go regular Bray Wyatt and not Fiend. So are we going to see?
I didn't realize that when I made my prediction. That was my error.
I realized that.
I don't. You know what it is. I don't think anyone realized that because we're so used to it's two people, but we don't realize. I guess we have to pay attention to detail in terms of when they're announcing the matches. Yeah. Is it going to be Bray Wyatt? Or is it going to be the Fiend? Clearly, it was. Bray.
Yeah, because in the promos leading up to Money in the Bank, you could see it was only regular Bray Wyatt that came out to the ring and made the promos, and whatever he didn't mention him as much because that's how he always refers to as the Fiend, him. So his talk of him was a lot limited than we would see if the Fiend would have came out, and then Bray himself actually coming out to the ring. The last time we only saw that was when he was against The Miz, and so that's how I was kind of like, all right. Like first, I kind of see what they're trying to do with the story. Like he was trying to go out as Mr. Rogers Bray Wyatt, and trying to persuade at first Braun, and instead of trying to persuade him, it kind of worked in the opposite because as we saw last night, Braun did put back on the mask, tricked Bray, and still retained his title. And then in the end, we kind of saw some of the cuts of and then cuts of Bray's face, and Bray now realizing, all right, now I got to do what I got to do.
Zach, what were your thoughts on that? On that whole angle with
I kind of liked it because it was really really unique on how you just you have a cut and you see Braun just rising up with the mask on. I'm like, oh okay, what's happening? And then he pretty much did the Daniel Bryan thing. He tricked him. And then won the match. It was well planned. It was well scripted for it.
Uh-huh.
Mike, what were your thoughts on that? Did you like it, or did you hate the whole pay-per-view overall?
No. That part I think was the stupidest part ever. Listen, the Fiend is already buried. Okay, thank you, Goldberg. Thank you. He's buried. You know, he's not going to win the title anytime soon. So why does it matter? You know what I mean? Like,
Look at Zach's face. Zach's just like, Mike, what are you talking about? It's too early.
no,
for this
seriously.
right now.
But like, when I was making buy video, you
Where's the
guys
drink of
didn't
Coke?
point it out. Like, when I was making buy video, I pointed that out. It doesn't make a difference. He's been buried. Like, really, is Braun going to lose the belt after 2 months?
Listen,
Come on.
you know what? This is where I disagree with you. We know what the definition of buried means. He was not buried. Bray is still a top heel on the SmackDown brand. He's not buried. Buried would mean
a top draw.
A top draw. He just fought for the Universal Championship. How is he buried? Because he's not winning. He's not at the top anymore.
Yeah,
He's not going to win it.
Go ahead, Tom.
I wouldn't say he's buried. He's in the middle of a storyline right now. Sometimes the storyline's got to have ups and downs. I mean, you look at the Undertaker. He was an unstoppable dead man when he first started, but he had to take some losses too to make the stories work. So right now they found a way to have Bray Wyatt lose without him really. I don't think it buries him because it kind of just advances that story. He didn't let out the Fiend. I feel like we're going to see a lot of similarities between Bray Wyatt and the Fiend and Finn Balor and the Demon, where the Fiend or the Demon are unbeatable, but the man is where he takes his losses. I just hope that they don't start doing it too much where Finn Balor was almost never the Demon anymore. I think Bray Wyatt should still mostly be the Fiend, but I think they were doing it mostly for story purposes in this pay-per-view.
Right.
Overall, though, gentlemen, are we satisfied? We're about 2 months into this social distance era of pro wrestling. Are we satisfied with the products and what we're seeing out there?
No.
Depending on the brand, yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on the brand. Well, but depending on the brand. Wow, okay. That's a cheap shot. That's a cheap shot. Go ahead, Zach. Say what you need to say. I don't know where you're going. Just say
AEW is doing it right.
Yeah,
like,
I agree with that.
They have wrestlers in the crowd.
I agree with that.
Yeah, they're doing it right, all right. Yeah, because they put fans, they put their talent in the stands. That's what makes them doing right. That's the only
they're
difference.
also winning the ratings. They're winning the ratings.
That's the only difference. I'm sorry.
They're winning the ratings.
Because they're facing NXT. They're not on a Monday or a Friday. But go ahead, carry on.
Oh, my God.
I thought, they had Huskus the Pig in the crowd, so WWE did do something. They put one guy out there.
Who'd you say?
Huskus.
Yeah, it was Huskus and all the characters from the Firefly Funhouse were out there after they thought that Bray had turned Braun.
Yep.
So
can I bring up something?
So again, overall, are we satisfied with social
I am
distance?
not satisfied. I want to say that I was very happy with who won Money in the Bank, but I thought that match was atrocious. I hated it. I hated all the edits. I hated the fake throwing him off the top of the building. So are we never going to see Rey Mysterio and Aleister Black again? I know Carl will be happy about that.
Yes.
See, I'm sure you got excited when you saw Rey Mysterio get chucked off the roof, Carl.
A little bit. I still don't know why he's but it is what it is at this point. Mike, what did you have? Mike, you had another point about the social distance.
Yes, I had one thing to bring up. Listen, this is the most controversial thing that they've ever done. Can you imagine Martha, the wife, the widow of Owen Hart, watching this?
I thought you were talking about Martha from Batman. Sorry.
That's right. I was kind of confused too. Like,
yeah, but I mean, listen, she has her reservations about why she doesn't participate in WWE. Like, you really can't blame her, So it's
think about it. That's pretty controversial, right there, man. We're talking about a building right here.
I mean, it is, but WWE seems to be tone deaf on that stuff. I mean, if you look at WrestleMania, Edge and Randy Orton tried to hang Edge with weightlifting equipment, and that's controversial in its own right. So
yeah.
WWE seems to be a little tone deaf with their past on that.
But final question before I wrap up, in terms of Backlash is our next pay-per-view, but Double or Nothing for AEW, we'll definitely do a predictions championship for that one. I think it's only fair. We're going to keep it with both brands. What are we looking forward to for WWE in terms of going into Backlash? So do we have any kind of quote-unquote predictions? Are we going to continue the storylines? Are we going to see some new ones? Or
I think we're going to see a triple threat match between Ray, Corbin, and Black. Okay. Probably to maybe a number one contender for the respective brand's title.
Oh, okay, so in a promotional match. So you're going to see some cross-branding over there. Okay. Yeah.
I can see.
TK the Tank, any predictions going into Backlash? I believe it's June 14th. That's the next WWE pay-per-view.
I mean, you're going to definitely see The Fiend versus Braun Strowman. I think they're going to continue that, and I think The Fiend will win the title when he finally faces Braun Strowman as The Fiend. I don't think you have to give every guy a 3 or 4 month title reign. Edge's first title reign was only 3 weeks, so I think that. But also, I think you're going to have a new challenger for the WWE title after Drew and Seth shook hands. I don't know who that's going to be. Maybe AJ Styles, but I'm excited to see what happens on the Raw side.
Yeah, please keep in
Right.
mind, Kevin Owens hasn't been used since WrestleMania, so he's still something
His
a card
ankle's
that's been
been
used.
hurt. Yeah, and the
Yeah.
same with
Yeah.
Sami Zayn. He hasn't been coming to tapings ever since WrestleMania. I don't know why. I think something about – I'm not exactly sure, but I want to see the
I think I read somewhere that he's just nervous because of the whole COVID
Yeah.
situation. He
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
want
what
to
I
participate.
read.
Yeah, like hasn't
Yeah.
been coming.
Yeah. Zach and Mike, any other quick thoughts on storylines or anything we see going?
I want to talk about the shot of where Corbin threw the weight at the mirror. From the way Corbin kind of expressed, was that supposed to happen?
I don't know.
I want to say yes, but was it supposed to be broken to the extent that it was? Maybe not, because again, they were in headquarters. So I don't know if Vince just kind of told him, be a little bit more extra with it, and then Corbin went ahead and was a little too extra with it.
Oh,
Yeah. All I will say though is going into the summertime, I hope they continue the King of the Ring. King of the Ring is one of my favorite tournaments. I love it, and I would love for them to do a Queen of the Ring. It's only right. If you're going to do something for the men, you have to do it for the women. They have enough women to do it. I think it'd be an awesome. And Corbin has to go in defending his crown. So I'd love to see the tournament between Raw and SmackDown, and then do a Queen of the Ring. Hopefully, someone watches this and you can take it. I hope someone takes it because I think it's a great idea. Say it again, Mike.
They teased the feud last night. I don't know if you noticed
between
Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles.
Okay, all right. I mean, I can see
that kind of building though.
Yeah, I could definitely see that going. But
was it just as a filler match? I'm not sure. I'm not sure where they're about to go with, say, like Aleister Black, because we about probably tomorrow we're going to just see him just rise back up. Out of the smoke tomorrow today for Raw, and
you know what? The only angle I could honestly see him going is just for the United States Championship, like him going.
That's what I feel like they should do.
That's what they should give him to. And the other point I'll make is, I don't know if I said this to you guys, that stable needs a name. I think they need to have a name to brand themselves. Like, they're great, all three of them. So they need some kind of name to kind of go with. Like, I'm tired of hearing Zelina Vega and her associates. Give them a name to kind of give them a story.
They really do need some type of name to give them like more credibility, because while they're kind of just randomly put together, in a way they sort of kind of do work together, kind of sort of.
I can see them bleeding it in with the MVP stable that's supposedly building.
Yeah, I could see MVP stable building with maybe Bobby Lashley. I thought that last night, maybe him getting rid of Lana and associating with MVP. But MVP could be that manager guy for someone on Raw. Definitely, for sure. It could definitely work out. But, gentlemen, thank you for joining me on this special Zoom to review Money in the Bank. Please continue supporting the Sports Hit List for all our content. Please look out to our pages. Hopefully, we can get back in studio this fall. We have a lot of ideas and concepts. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Sports Hit List all over social media. Take care. Have a good day.